Hello guys, welcome to Cafe at Simplify as we dive into microeconomics. The first question says, discuss the three major determinants of supply, and we have them listed here. We have the price of a good or service. What do we know about this? The higher the price, yeah, what will happen to supply? The higher the quantity supplied because suppliers aim at maximizing profits. The price of a good or service is the most crucial determinant of supply. Generally, as price increases, suppliers, producers are willing to supply more of that good because they're aiming at maximizing profits. And as price decrease, whenever you're explaining, you give two-sided, just like in A-level. If price decreases, the quantity supplied, we shouldn't confuse it with demand. The quantity we are looking at the side of supply. The quantity supplied decreases, decreases. The second one is the cost of production. The cost of inputs required to produce a good or service, like raw material, capital labor, affect supply. How? Increase in the cost of production, it means more is needed to produce the product. The supply of a good may decrease because it becomes expensive to produce it, while a decrease in the cost of production is an increase in supply because it's cheaper to produce that good. Level of technology. Advances in the level of technology can make production more efficient. What does that mean? Using the same level of input capitals, more of that good can be produced. So, for instance, an introduction of automations in manufacturing can significantly increase supply of goods by speeding up the production process. So you remember to give the other side. However, low levels of technology lead to low supply because less is produced considering the same level of capital input. Part B, clearly illustrate and explain the difference between an increasing demand, increase, clearly illustrate and explain the difference between an increase in demand and increase in quantity demanded. Uh, I don't have what a tool to draw this, but let me see if we can actually do this together. So if you are to draw this, together, will it allow me to draw? So if we are to illustrate this, uh, increase in demand and increase in quantity demanded. Yeah, kindly you know to do these things. So I might control copy, control V. We draw the demand curve. But if they say increase in demand, that means increase in demand means if I also do control V again, increase in demand means we are considering the same price. Yeah, that one you should take note. So let's say if this is the price, but we are looking at only increase in demand. That means our shift of these curves, control V, our shift of these curves is to the what? Is to the right. But you should also remember how these what? How these curves do what? How these control copy, control V. You should also remember how these stuffs look like. The demand, we should also remember how this demand, the demand curve, control copy, control V, how it looks like. Yeah. So this is how we would draw it. Yeah. Control copy, Control V. Then we'll get an arrow, Control copy, Control V. We'll tilt this. Make it a little bit smaller and bring it here. And we will show it's actually shift. I will delete that and insert this one, which we all understand very well, an arrow. Okay, line arrow. Yeah, so will definitely serve as the function we need. So you can draw, you can actually, yeah. So you put here you put pin q note, then you put here quantity 1, quantity 2, meaning at the same pin note. This y-axis we put price, this x-axis put quantity demanded, meaning at the same price here pin note, the quantity demanded increases. Then when we talk about this is increase in demand. Now increase in quantity demanded. Guess you guys have understood this one. Here we put P note, then here put demand 1, demand 2. Explanation for increase in demand is that at this refers to a shift of the demand curve to the right, implying that at the same price, more of the good is demanded due to favorable factors of production, due to favorable factors affecting demand. Then increase in quantity demanded. I guess I don't know if I can copy all this, but very soon I'm planning to buy a stylus pen which can draw. Yeah. So for increase in quantity demanded, we have only this. We have only something like this. Control copy, Control V. We have it moving along. We have it move. We have it. Yeah. We have it move along. We have it move along. Control copy, Control V. Along this demand curve. Control copy, Control V. So this is increase in this is done for increase in quantity demanded. This implies, let me try to complete this just in a minute. Okay, so but you show your arrow here. I'll copy this, Control copy, Control V. This Control copy, Control V. I'll have two of them, but here actually here let me use the arrow ones. Increase in quantity demanded. Because all of them are for increase, we will still use the insert the arrow one shape. The first one like that. Control copy, Control V. And you should note all of them, they are increasing because they are talking about an increasing and increase. So, but here it is due to changes in the what? Due to changes in prices. Remember, increase in demand is at constant price. Increase in quantity demanded is due to changes in the prices of the what? Due to changes in the prices of the good. So this is the movement of the, by definition, increase in quantity demanded is the movement of the, is the shift of the demand, is the shift of the demand curve to the, along the demand line due to, due to a reduction in price. Are you seeing it is reducing from, if I get this, control copy, control V, we are only looking at increase in quantity what? Quantity demanded. So we have that, then control V again. So if this is, if this at this point, if at that, if at this point this is P1, then we have here P2, we have here P3, or you can do the reverse. P3 put here, P2 put here, P1 you put here, showing that as price decrease downwards, you can control copy, control V. This, as prices decrease downwards, yeah, more of the what? More of the good is what? Is demanded. So you should complete that table like this, curve like that, put the arrows down, you show that the quantity demanded down here is also doing what? Increasing. So they are saying an increase in the demand curve refers to a shift of the entire demand curve. This is increase in demand to the right, as you saw the entire demand curve moves to the right. This means that at the same price level, consumers are willing to purchase more of that good due to favorable factors affecting demand, like increase in the consumer's income for the sake of normal goods, increase in the price of substitute goods, decrease in the price of complementary, change tastes and preferences becoming favorable. Yeah, the demand curve shifts from demand 1, D2, you can, depending on how you have illustrated it. Then increase in quantity demanded, the second one we have illustrated, shows that an increase in quantity demanded is movement along the demand curve due to decrease in price, as we have said, of a good or services. Does not involve a shift of the demand curve, but instead, at lower prices, consumers purchase more of that good, which increases the quantity demanded. And probably, I think that's what we have explained. Then we are given this equation. A market has a demand function given by the equation and supply function given by that equation, where price is measured in shillings per unit, calculate the equilibrium price and the equilibrium quantity. So we know that whenever they talk about equilibrium, quantity demanded equals to quantity supplied. So we equate these two equations, just like from here. After equating that, we solve the value of P, and you guys try it physically. When you solve that, done these things physically, you get P equals to 65, and that is price. So we put the units for shillings. That is our equilibrium price. Then determine the value of the consumer surplus and producer surplus. So now we should be conversant with those. We should be conversant with those producer and consumer surplus, how they are illustrated, because that is the first step to getting these things. The consumer surplus, yes, we said the difference between what the consumers are willing to pay and what they actually pay, or you can define it is the extra benefit a consumer enjoys from paying less than what he expected to pay. I think you get that idea. So this consumer surplus, you look at the demand curve. You remember how our demand curve looks like. So the consumer surplus is that area below the demand curve but above the price, above the price. So let us see if that is what they are also saying here, because That is the first way to getting this. Consumer surplus. It can be found by calculating the area above the equilibrium price but below the demand curve. I think we are clear about that. So I really don't know how to illustrate this because I don't have a pen, but I will give some highlights. So this one is supposed to be a half 1 over 2 times base times height, because you realize that you will form something like you will form something. Let me try using this. You will form something. You will form something. Let me control copy, control V. You will form something for consumer surplus. Let me try to shift this. Yeah, you will get this. You will form something like this. Okay. So the consumer surplus, if this is the price, hmm, I'll remove I'll remove this. So the consumers, if this is, let's make this one also more like a triangle. Mm, yeah. So we are saying it is the area above the equilibrium price, which is here, but below the demand curve. This is, so we calculate the area of this one, this triangle you are seeing here. I wish I could shade it. Yeah. So the triangle you are seeing here, in between this here and here. So it is given by a half. I don't know if I could insert something for you guys to see. Shape, we need to put it in a triangle. So it is given by this triangle here. Yeah, yeah. So I will not go into scaling it very well and all that, but I think you are seeing the area. So this area here is what we call the what? Is what we call the consumer surplus. So when they say calculate the area, we are going to use the, yeah. So we are going to use the what? This equation. This is quantity supplied. This is quantity demanded. So from here, at equilibrium, and we will find for P equals to 65. Then determine the consumer surplus. We say half times base times height. Consumer surplus. So the base is the equilibrium quantity, 50 units. The height is the difference between the price intercept and the demand curve at equilibrium. So from this equation, for quantity demanded, get put 0 at quantity demanded. Why do we put 0? We want to find the P at 0, and you get 90. While when you solve here for P, you will get 2P equals to 90. Then you put at 0 here, at 0 here, it corresponds to the highest. P is 90. Then you also find, but P will also found at, you also find, you will have this 65 here, height equals to 90. Remember, we found the first P was 65. So we get this 90 minus 65, and what we get, yeah, 90 minus 65, calculate that. What you get is our, so we are getting the value here, our base. Then we calculate the height. The height is the quantity, what? Quantity supplied. So get this minus 50 minus 15 plus which is 65 and get 50. So that's why we have a half times 50 times when we subtract 90 minus 65 70 25 times 25. So half times 50 times 25, you end up getting quantity demanded here when we have 65 quantity demanded. When P equals 65, you get the quantity demanded. You have 180 minus 130, you get 50. So you have a half times 50 times another 25. You'll be getting here the answer. When I calculated, the answer was what? 6 to 5. A half times 25 times 50. This one is supposed to be a half. 1 over 2, yeah, times 50 times 25, you get this. Then the same thing applies to the producer surplus. Producer surplus is the extra benefit a producer enjoys from selling more than what he expected to sell at. So it means it's also illustrated by remember this is the supply curve. It is below the equilibrium price but above the supply curve. So it is here. Yeah. So you can solve the same and you get the answer. The last value will require us to calculate the dead weight. I'll just give you some hints. Calculating the dead weight, you get actually P times Q. That it was proving that method. It's not what is given here, but you'll find out that it also works. P times Q. Get the difference in P, get the difference in quantity demanded. Like here. 50 minus 30 was the quantity demanded. Prices 75 minus this, you ending as the right answer. Let's meet again. Yeah. Remember to subscribe.